welcome back to watching Nelly Doing Things. Y'all, I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different today. It's the same subject, just not the same layout. So you guys can see from the title below, I'm going to be talking about the best and the worst of makeup, beauty products, hair products, all kinds of things of 2022. But before I jump all the way into it, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, which is Nelly Doing Things. And as well, guys, don't forget to leave a comment below. And on top of that, you guys already know, don't forget to hit that notification button while you're down there as well. So y'all, let's jump right on into the best and the worst of 2022. Hi y'all. So I actually have a little list and it made it so much easier. Starting off, the subject is lashes. So they came out with so many collections, y'all, and you guys already know my favorite are Kiss and Ardell lashes, of course. But I want to break down first the best, and then we're going to get into the worst. So first out of the category of lashes that I love so much was the Kiss Masterpiece lashes. Those were beautifully woven lash styles. I really still love those a lot. I do grab those a lot when I have a nice smoky dark eye. Anytime it's, I think definitely for the winter, fall to winter situation, I wore a lot of this collection still. They're really soft, but also too, they had a nice different variety, a little versatility in there too. But the woven aspect of it was the best. Next is the Ardell Light as Air lashes. I love the Light as Air lashes, y'all. Very, very beautiful, very, very pretty. I was like, oh, I love those. Those were very soft and dainty, and especially everyday wear. That's why I love them so much. I was like, these, anyone can wear them, especially beginners. I think a lot of people that just get into lashes, Light as Air from Ardell is still a good collection to try out, especially like teenager to like college, and you're like, I'm just trying makeup, whatever. That collection is good for it. Soft, gentle, looks like your lashes but better, but I like that collection still. Just so soft and dainty. And then the Eylure Eco lashes. Now, if you guys know, I believe Ardell came up with Eco and then Eylure came up with Eco. I felt like the packaging for the Eco lashes with Eylure was better. It was more convenient, more realistic, especially with the packaging. And also, to me, the lashes didn't feel any different from anything else. I think it was outer packaging. And then the styles in there was actually really cute. They were actually a little more dramatic than the Eco collection itself. I think the Eylure one, they beat Kiss and Ardell that time. And next is the Juvia's Place and Nubian lashes. I need another lash collection with Juvia because that collection was so much fun. The packaging was chef's kiss, the best packaging I've seen in lashes ever. Those lashes, they said the the length of it. They also said they had a little window to show the lashes. The packaging was cute. The names, they had daytime, nighttime glam. Oh, it was amazing. I definitely love. That's like one of my favorite lash collections out of the whole year. Loved them. And then the Ardell Active Lashes. I actually did, well, of course I reviewed it. I did work out in those lashes, definitely inside the house. And I believe one time I did go walking and running with those lashes on, and they did stay put. They were not heavy in the way. Of course, I glued them down, of course, but I did feel like when I came in after working out, and especially inside when I wore them more, they did stay put. They didn't sag or when I sweat on them. They did hold up. They did, but they were very light. The styles weren't like my favorite, but to test it out, it was pretty fun to test it out. I've never had an active lash, so that was the first two. So. And the last out of the best lashes, y'all, it is the Meredith collection with Kiss that just did. I love that collection too. I feel like the variety of it, matching the names, the packaging, and a lot of the different styling they put in there was very New Year's-esque. It was so pretty. I will be wearing one of those pairs tomorrow, now that I think about it. But I love that collection. And also I love that they sent it to me. I was like, oh, that was like an early Christmas present. And I'm definitely gonna cherish that collection. So now the worst, y'all. The Ardell Eco Lash to me were just, some of the styles were really soft and dainty. And I felt like I was gonna rip them apart accidentally. Compared to like the packaging, it was just like, oh, kind of cardboardish. It just didn't, I was like, oh, okay, I can get it eco-friendly packaging, but I wanted the styles kind of match. I feel like Eylure still did better. Ardell's Eco Lash was just kind of like, here's a cardboard eco-friendly box, and the styles were just here. And I'm like, no, I didn't. So I didn't care for that one, Ardell. All right, the Light as Air one was great, but the Eco one. And then the Sister Nature Part 2. Now the first, Part 2 of Kiss lashes. Those two random styles I reviewed, y'all, I didn't really care for them. I really haven't worn them since, and I'm like, why they do this? Even the eco-friendly, again, the packaging. I didn't really get it. I was like, well, okay, the 2 out of a random part 2 collection, that was really weird to me too. So I just didn't care for them. The styles and packaging just didn't do it for me, especially the part 2. And then the Morphe Make It Big lashes. Those were fun to dress up with, but realistically wearing them out, no. That's the part I was like, I did not like that. I was like, I don't want to do that. So it's not realistic, y'all. So those were cool to play with. Definitely like New Year's glammed up nightclub. It's fun, but like about maybe 1 or 2 styles, it's like, oh, that's enough, okay. But it's just not really practical. It didn't give us a little bit of drama. It gave us the whole theater, and I'm like, I'm not a theater kid. I'm sorry. So those lashes were just a little crazy, a little bit. So best out of the palettes and blushes and etc. Morphe X Nyan. Hopefully I'm saying her name right. That collection, the colorful 3-pan palette, or 3 rows of palettes, pretty much. That was such a beautiful collection. I feel like you can play in so many different colors or pigmented as hell. I was really stunned by that. I was like, well, let me just try. It's probably just a rainbow. Here we go. They've done it before in Morphe, which I still love their Pride palette from the first one they ever came up with. Oh, it's amazing. But this one, I said, that is the color stories in 3 different sections was amazing. And I still dig into that palette to this day. Juvia's Culture palette. I love that palette. I did get very abstract, but colorful, just different, symmetric. Like I can make so many looks with that palette, but it's like avant-garde in a way, cyborg avant-garde kind of mixture. It's weird, but I like that palette. I like the layout. I don't have a color story in a palette like that, so that's what got me with that one. I was like, I like this. I still look at it, I'm like, I still like you. The Morphe Make You Blush, the little cream blushes in that collection. I still have them. I still pop them on my finger or brush or sponge whenever I feel like. I love those blushes. Okay, they need to make their cream blushes like that. Like make them in every collection. Just pocket. They're so cute, pocket size. I love those blushes. Those are my favorite. I want more. I want every brand to do it. Just cream like that with a little mirror and just a little snap. I love it. And the packaging was adorable. And Juvia's Nubian Earth. A beautiful, rich, brown, golden palette. I loved it. I feel like everyday use for anyone. It's really still a good palette. I still dig into it. So I was like, I'm still digging into it throughout the year now. And I'm like, it's a good palette. When I go back and dig at my stuff, y'all, I'm like, this is good. Because there's some palettes that I'm like, oh, they catch dust, unfortunately. And then I gotta, replenish for the next year. More of the addiction, But this palette, I still dig into, especially for rich, neutral brown colors. And then the Morphe 35A Dawn, or Up Till Dawn. That one gave me such a beautiful look. I've never thought of putting bright pink on my waterline and blue, halo, silver. It was such a beautiful layout. I love that palette. It's just, I'm trying to get into, like I said, for this whole past year or so, I've been trying to get into black, greens, and blues, and that palette still makes me love blues. I love it. And then the Juvia's Garden of Julia. That's one of my favorite. It's like a pastel Forest Melonized Girls Part 2. I love her pastel palettes. I'm still excited that I got the pleasure to have both because that second one really did it for me. The first one is like a classic, right? But the second one, I was like, this is what I wanted as a teenager. I love it. And then the ColourPop Harry Potter collection. I actually loved the Harry Potter palette. That was such a rich palette. I feel like the pigments were even more pigmented. You know what I'm saying? They were pigmenting, okay? I really did love that palette. I was like, ooh, when I first opened it, the packaging alone and the sizes of the pans, and then just, I could tell that I was like, ooh, I could feel it. I said, this is gonna be a good palette. And when I swatched that, I said, oh, it's an amazing palette. So I still love that palette, hands down. ColourPop's Not a Box of Chocolates. I love that palette. I love the lippies. I love the lipstick. Like, we gonna get into that. But I love the palette. It looked like literally when you open up a box of chocolates. I wish it smelled like chocolates. That was the only thing I was like, ColourPop, you missed that. Yeah, that palette was beautiful, beautiful. Oh, and I almost forgot, y'all, Juvia's Place, the coffee shop. I love the collection, hands down. You guys go watch our review, by the way. But I loved it. It was amazing. So now we have the worst. Elf Cookies and Cream. I did not like that palette. Ashy, dusty, did not show up. I got that blue out there with a lot of lifting, a lot of concealer, and I was like, I shouldn't have to do that. So it was eh. And then the Elf and Dunkin' Donuts. Now, Elf, they hit some good ones, but with these little mini palettes, I did not like the Dunkin' Donuts one. So much shimmer, just ashiness. I did not like it. The Morphe Gilded Desert. I did review that one before or either after the Nubian Earth with Juviet, and I feel like that nudish brown ones with golden ones, that one beat out the Morphe Gilded Desert. I feel like the Gilded Desert one was just kind of like another warm, neutral brown palette that they came out with back in the day before they actually had, you know, pictures on the front. So just felt like that one was okay. Got washed away by the Juvia's one, you know? The Morphe 2 Ready in 5. The packaging was adorable. I do have some of those palettes still left, but the other ones I did just say I'm gonna put them in my palette to get rid of, especially for the new year coming up. Some of the color schemes is kind of everything we've seen before. The packaging is to die for, it's adorable. With the 5 shades, I get it. Cute, but it still didn't, I don't reach back into them very often. So those are just so-so, but the packaging, the whole idea, the concept of it was cute. The ColourPop On The List collection. I feel like it was a beautiful, nice fall date night palette and lippies and whatnot, but it still didn't stun me. It wasn't like, ooh, that color story didn't pop out. So that one was another one that fell under the radar of other palettes during that time. And I feel like they released it too early. They released it around now or like right after, you know, November. I don't know, I feel like it would have hit even better, but the packaging again was beautiful. And then the Morphe 9G and 9M, one of them was a taupe one. That's why they already out. One of them I liked, it was a palette battle, but it's still, both were just okay. I feel like they were both kind of dusty, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, all right. And I do not touch, I think I kept one. The other one went in my pile. I don't even touch that one yet, so it's probably gonna go in my other pile for the next year, so. Tough. So ColourPop came out with the All Hallows Eve palette. They did a round 3 of Hocus Pocus. Didn't like it. I didn't really like it. I feel like the first one is amazing. The second one definitely was a more Disney Channel witch. It was interesting kind of vibes, but the first one still, the Hocus Pocus ColourPop one was chef's kiss. So the best out of the lippies, ColourPop lip lacquers, period. I don't care what collection. I love the texture. I like the pigmentation. I like the applicator. I love the smells of some of them. Lip lacquers they came out with this year was amazing. I think they came out with lip lacquers this year, like the whole new concept, I believe. If I'm wrong, my bad. But that's the only time I really started noticing them was this year. So I love them. Doesn't matter which collection. Every single one I buy, at least one from each collection. Even if I don't buy the palette, I'll buy one lip lacquer. So I definitely did like those. So I'm like, ColourPop, keep that up and put it in almost every collection and every different scent. Do that, please. Next, the Juice Gloss. I love the packaging. I didn't like that they didn't have different colors like they show the packaging, but the smells matched literally that. And the glosses were really light and glossy and juicy and seamless, so they didn't leave the little gummy booty hole around your lips, you know what I mean? The Milani Fetish Floral Lippy Collection. I love those mattes. They were beautiful. They made me feel like I was sitting in a garden every day. It was so extra. I love them. I still reach for them, especially my fuchsia one that I love so much. I believe it was called Bloom. I definitely grab that one all the time. I'm like, oh, I need a pretty like fuchsia. Boom. That gave me all the fuchsia vibes, giving me all of it. And I was like, I could see it in the packaging. I was like, before I even opened them and swatched them, I was like, I'm gonna love this collection. And I was right. So I'm definitely wearing these spring coming up. And they smell nice and yummy, nice and matte. They stay put. They're not, you know, dry like paint matte, and they're like a little powdery puff. I love them. And then, ooh, I love these. I never thought I would, y'all. The Maybelline Vinyl Ink Lippies. They get me with the fuchsia ones, I'm telling you that. Oh, this collection was beautiful. They added more. I need to review those. If y'all would like that, I definitely need to though, because I just want to buy them just because. I love that style. I think Maybelline, you better never get rid of that. Never, you hear me? Because I love it. I was like, it's so good. I said it's shininess and then it stays put, but it's also shiny. It's, oh, I loved it. And then the NYX milkshakes. I actually did not mind those lippies. I thought those were actually kind of cute. They matched the scent and the names of the colors to an extent. I actually thought that was really cute. I was like, okay. So those were like a little ones at the end that I do grab. Definitely the mango, the ube one. I do grab those sometimes. So, and the chocolate milkshake, I grab those. So that's a cute little collection. The worst, CoverGirl Fresh Lip Balm. I used that about 4 more times, y'all, and then I just tossed it out. So yeah, I just got rid of it. I was like, yeah, it's all right. I feel like, again, if you're like at a gas station, you just need a lip balm, one little tint to the lips, you will grab it. But it's nothing to be like, I love these. Like the the formula of it, the packaging, it's just like, okay. So the NYX Smooth Whipped Lippies. I didn't like them. I feel like they're an amplified matte lip cream that NYX came out with. Well, some shades were amplified and pigmented, but other ones were not. So I was like, okay, that just didn't get for me. You know what I mean? I was like, I need a little more. I wanted something more plush on the lips, you know? The hair category, y'all. The Curls collection that was called Sea Moss. I love their curl slime. I still use it on my hair to this day. Their shampoo, I still sucked it up. I've never loved shampoo, but that one I was like, I still love it. And that curl slime, such a nasty name, but my hair has been beautifully defined, not crunchy or anything like that. I love that stuff. I love it. Hands down, that collection was actually really, really good. And I feel like my hair was just so glossy and moisturized. Like life is sweet, you know? So the worst I would have to put is the Malay, the Mango and Tulsi. I believe I did keep the oil, I believe I did, or the conditioner. No, not the conditioner. I remember that one was not good. It must have been the oil or another styling product. But yeah, it was just like, I used it up and was like, okay, trash, we're done. That one wasn't as good as the curls, so. And next is fragrances. Burberry Her EDT. I love it. It has pears in it. That is my favorite notes because they barely come and they come only during springtime most of the time. Pear or rhubarb. I love that. They randomly be in different fragrances and I'm like, I need it. And every time I get it, I love them. I love them so much. And the last out of the worst, y'all. The Dolce & Gabbana Lily. I told you guys in that review, I hate it. Too much floral. They have rose in there for sure. They said lemon was in there, but it was like a spark of lemon and rose and tulips and peony and all. It was too much florals and my nose literally caught the lemon and then I got a headache in the right nostril. It just was too much. When it's more florals than the fruits or spice or something like that, my nose just checks out. And the Kate Spade New York Sparkle EDP. The original New York Sparkle one, I believe it was EDT, or New York EDT one. That one was softer and prettier and it was more my vibe. The New York Sparkle EDP one, it was the pepper, the smokiness of it. I felt like it just kind of, it was hitting right with me. I think on the really cold days here though, I would like to spray it again and see like, oh, okay. I don't know, I don't think it was my vibe. I wanted a little more fresh with it, but it was just so peppery and just, it wasn't smooth deep. It was just like peppery and deep. I was like, oh, I don't like that. So the packaging was beautiful, but the scents were just not for me. So y'all, that was the best and worst out of the hair care, makeup, perfume, all kinds of goodies, of course, lashes. There was definitely more that I liked and more that's worse, but those are the ones I really do remember that I really didn't like or I really liked. I want to wish you guys a happy new year. Hopefully well, it will. We're not gonna say hopefully. 2023, I'm not saying hopefully anymore because I noticed that this year. I just always hope, hopefully, or maybe, no, we're being for sure this year. So in 2023, you and me, y'all and me are going to be great, successful, amazing, fully happy, fully taken care of, just fully rested and taking care of ourselves, okay? I believe the year 2023 is definitely the year of self-care and self-love. So y'all, thank you for watching me, which is Nelly Doing Things. And don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, which is Nelly Doing Things. And as well, guys, don't forget to leave a comment below. You guys already know I'm going to ask, what is your favorite and your not so much favorite of 2022 beauty products? Leave in the comments below for me, guys. And on top of that, y'all, do not forget to hit that notification button before you go. And you guys already know what I'm about to say. I'll catch y'all next year. Bye.